I did a leg day with Larry Wheels. He's one of the strongest guys that I've ever come across. Larry's known for his crazy heavy lifts and PRs. I mean, just look at this guy, he's a fucking beast. So we started off doing a front squat. And a few sets in, I attempted 4 plates. And I failed. Now when the bar slipped off me, panic set in. Because I felt a pain in my bicep. The very same bicep I tore 1 year ago. Now to give you some context, I haven't done a front squat in quite some time. I generally prefer the back squat as I do for most of my workouts. Now here's where the problem comes in and where you can learn. Know your situation. Since landing here in Dubai, I haven't had any time to rest. I was facing quite a bit of stress at the time. Black Friday, end of the year closing for my software company, and the launch of my new pre-workout. And my sleep schedule has been super disruptive. It was really a stressful time and I didn't acknowledge that because I'm the type of person to keep just pushing and pushing and pushing. And literally one day after that training session, I got sick. All because of the amount of stress that my body was under. And it accumulated from the prior weeks. So you have to know the situation you're in and outside of the gym, because it will affect the way you train. Know your limits, especially if you're training with someone stronger than you, because there is most likely going to be a pressure to keep up. I'm a bodybuilder and it's been a while since I've lifted for PRs, all because of fear of injury. I used to follow the approach of only lifting heavy, and that resulted in me tearing numerous muscles and tendons. Front squatting that weight was a little out of my reach. But in the back of my mind, I remembered all the times doing the same weight before. But this situation was different and I overestimated my current limits. So maybe take a more gradual approach and try establish that limit for yourself. Fail safe. If you find yourself in a situation where you're lifting for a PR or just lifting heavy, do not hold on if things go south. When I felt the instability and the slipping of the bar, I just threw it. Because if I held on, I probably would have crumbled. And the same thing goes for other exercises. Rather look like a total douchebag throwing your weights to the ground than tearing something. Ideally, don't find yourself in those situations. But if you do, fail safe. You don't need to be only lifting heavy weights in order to grow muscle. As a bodybuilder, you need to understand our segment of the industry is form over function, and that is completely okay. Most of the time, you'll activate your muscles more and get a better contraction, all from just lowering the weights. So if you haven't decided on what approach you want to take, you need to. Is it bodybuilding, strongman, powerlifting, or a mix? And give yourself that direction and you can train for it. Training with Larry was a big deal for me. I mean, he is the Larry Wheels. More than anything, I love training with people outside of the direct bodybuilding world. I love trying and learning how other people do things. Because every person we meet and come across, we can learn something from. Our life is short, and you should aim to be a sponge so you can soak up new ideas. Don't be afraid to try new things and challenge your own ideology. More than anything, in this situation, I hope that you can learn from my mistakes. Thankfully, my bicep is okay. Just a little bit of bruising, but I'm all good. Love and appreciate you guys. I really hope you learned something from this.